A one-day timing mistake can cost one person $35 and cost another person nothing at all. Same mistake, same day, same amount of money. The thing that decides which one you get has almost nothing to do with the mistake itself. Here it is in its smallest form. Your rent is scheduled for the 1st. Your paycheck lands on the 2nd. For about 18 hours, your available balance is short of what's leaving. To you, that's a timing problem you didn't choose. To the system, it's just a number lower than it should be. What happens next depends entirely on which rung of a ladder the account is sitting on. Let's be precise about what the system is doing, because it's simpler than it feels at 11 at night staring at a screen. When a balance can't cover something, the bank makes a fast, automatic choice: bounce the payment or cover it and charge for the cover. This is about the second one, about coverage, because coverage is just another word for slack. How much the system is willing to float an account that comes up short. And that amount isn't fixed. It's assigned, account by account, from a few signals. How much usually sits there, whether deposits land on a steady rhythm, how long it's been open. From those signals, the system sets one thing: how much slack appears when you slip. There's a name worth giving the result. Call it the forgiveness tax. The gap between what two people pay for the identical error, set by the signals on the account, not the story behind it. And the line isn't far away. In the Federal Reserve's 2025 household survey, 37% of U.S. adults said they could not cover a surprise $400 expense completely with cash or its equivalent. That's the rung where slack runs thinnest. It is not a rare place to be. The account runs near zero. Not enough history yet, not enough cushion, not enough signal that a shortfall will be made whole. So it gets assigned the least slack there is. Watch the 1st of the month. The rent hits. The balance is $11 short. The system covers it, barely, and a $35 fee posts before the paycheck has even cleared. A flat notification. Overdraft fee applied. No question. No context. The fee is bigger than the gap it covered. And that's the part that won't sit still in your chest. Here's why it's so out of proportion. The fee was never measuring the size of your mistake. It was measuring the size of the slack the account had been assigned. And at this rung, that's almost none. Fees like this added up to billions of dollars in a single recent year. And they don't land evenly. They fall hardest where the cushion is thinnest. Then you call. A voice reads from a page written long before it knew anything about your month. You explain the timing. It explains the policy. And you hear your own voice getting smaller, apologizing for 18 hours, asking for something that, a few rungs up, simply happens on its own. A little more sits in the account now. The deposit is steadier, so a little slack appears, but you still have to reach for it by hand. Same 1st of the month, same short balance, same fee. But this time, when you call, the script bends. After the hold, after the explaining, the rep says they can take it off. Once, as a one-time courtesy. The fee reverses. You hang up relieved, and then you catch the shape of the relief. The account wasn't treated differently. You were granted permission, this once, to have the fee undone because you asked the right way and didn't push. That's this rung in a sentence. The slack exists, but it isn't automatic. You have to perform for it. You got the help. You just had to make yourself smaller to take it. Nothing dramatic changed. A paycheck has just been landing in the account on the same rhythm for a few months. And that one signal is enough. Same 1st of the month, same 18-hour gap. But this time, no fee posts at all. Or it posts, then quietly disappears a day later and you never called. The hold, if you bother to call, is shorter. The tone is warmer, for the exact mistake that cost you an afternoon of asking one rung down. You read it twice to be sure. Here's what happened. A regular deposit is the strongest signal an account can carry that money is incoming and the short will be made whole. So the account reads as less risky. Coverage like this is discretionary, decided account by account, and the exact rules change from one bank to the next. But the pattern underneath is steady enough to name. The account is not being read as a person. It's being read as a risk profile. And the profile just improved. The mistake did not change. The signal did. Now there's enough in the account that the slack grows a human face. Same mistake, the day plays out differently. You don't call a line, you message a person, a banker, a contact whose name you know. One sentence. This posted by mistake, can you look? A few hours later, taken care of. No hold, no form, no explaining yourself to a stranger reading a script. It's tempting to read that as kindness, and the warmth might even be real. But look at what changed underneath it. The service didn't get warmer because your mistake got smaller. It got warmer because, somewhere on the account, losing you started to cost the bank more than forgiving you. $35 is nothing next to the balance that walks out the door if you leave. So patience became the cheaper option. The grace is real. It also arrived with the size of the account, not the size of the person. The top. Here the slack is so wide that the mistake never becomes an experience at all. Same first of the month, in theory, except you never see it. A system flags the short before the payment runs. A term gets adjusted ahead of time. Someone whose entire job is preventing friction has already smoothed it, off a screen you will never look at. No fee, no call. You may not even know there was a gap. There's nothing here to envy. It's the same machine from rung 1, pointed the other way. And that's the whole shape of the ladder in one line. At the bottom, a slip becomes a mark on who you are. At the top, the same slip becomes a task someone closes before lunch. So go back to the first of the month. The rent, the 18 hours, the fee that landed like a verdict. That night, you asked the wrong question. You asked what was wrong with you, as if the mistake set the price. But everyone on that ladder makes the same mistake. The rent clears early, the deposit lands late, the balance runs short for a few hours. The mistake is the constant. What changed, rung to rung, was how much slack the account had already been assigned from a few signals before anyone heard a word of why. And here's the part that should change how you watch everything else. The bank isn't special. The bank is just the one place that prints the receipt. It puts a number on something nearly every other system does quietly, without ever telling you the price. Anything that has to decide how much benefit of the doubt to extend you, without the time or the interest to actually know you, makes the same move the bank makes. It reads a few signals and assigns you a slack. A hiring system reads a 6-month gap on a resume the way the bank reads a thin balance. A landlord reads your file the way the teller reads your deposit. The same shaky month gets waved through for one person and held against another, and almost no one ever sees the rule that decided it. The bank just made the rule visible by attaching a $sign to it. But there's one more rung, and it's the one nobody assigns you. You build it yourself. Because after enough months at the bottom, you stop waiting for the system to read you as a risk. You start doing it for them. You walk in already smaller. You apologize before anyone asks. You rehearse the explanation in the car. You price your own forgiveness low before a single human has looked at the account. Because somewhere along the way you learned the rate, and you started charging yourself. That's the cheapest place the system ever runs. Not in the fee, in your own head, doing its work for free. None of this erases the mistake. A short balance is still a short balance. The point was never that nothing is your fault. The point is that the same fault doesn't weigh the same in every hand that carries it. And the heaviest hand, by the end, is often the one you've turned against yourself. You weren't imagining it. Forgiveness has tears, and now you can see the rungs, including the ones you built inside yourself.